Hey, what's going on? It's Rex from the Heavy Metal Hangover. The show's on hiatus for a little while, so I thought I would just do a little fun thing. I see these all the time on the internet, and, we're never one to not copy. So I thought I'd do some rankings here, and I thought I'd start with all of Anthrax's studio albums. I'm going to make this a quick video. The hardest thing about this is that Anthrax is probably my favorite of the big four, so I don't know. Maybe all of these are going to be all S tier, A tier, whatever, but we'll see. So why don't we get right to it, and we're going to start with Fistful of Metal. You know what? I got to be honest with you. Fistful of Metal, some of the tracks on it, later done by Joey, were much better, much cooler, but on the other hand, Neil was... by the way, I love Danny Loker. I got nothing against Frankie, and I think Frankie's awesome, but I wish they would have kept Danny in the band because I think he would have been awesome. I mean, just look what he did with SOD. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to give Fistful of Metal D. It doesn't quite make F because it wasn't that bad, but at the same time, it had a lot of flaws. Spreading the Disease, I mean, what else can you say? In my opinion, it's the perfect Anthrax album. It's got to be S tier. AIR, Lone Justice. I mean, it's just packed with awesome songs. Among the Living, honestly, Spreading the Disease, I go back and forth between Spreading the Disease and Among the Living, also S tier. It's amazing. I mean, it's got all the classic songs: Skeleton in the Closet, Caught in a Mosh, Indians, of course, I Am the Law. I mean, it's just stacked. The only Spreading the Disease, honestly, and this go back and forth for me for top songs. All right, next we're going to have State of Euphoria. I'm honestly going to give State of Euphoria an A. I love the song You're Making Me Laugh. Schism is an awesome song. I absolutely love Be All End All. It's one of my favorite Anthrax songs. The only reason it doesn't make S tier is because I feel like, I don't know, something about this album makes me feel like their heart wasn't as into it as the other ones. And I after reading Scott Ian's book, I kind of feel that is the case. So I'm going to give it an A tier. Persistence of Time, I'm also going to give that an A tier. I know a lot of people are going to kill me for not wanting to put it up on S tier, but Keep It in the Family's awesome, and a lot of the other tracks, Got the Time is awesome. Sound of White Noise, I am actually going to also rank that A tier, and the reason why I'm saying that is because, I don't know, it's John Bush's debut with the band. I mean, the tracks are awesome. Only, I believe James Hetfield said Only is probably one of the greatest songs ever written, period. So it's just awesome. Room for One More is amazing. Black Lodge is so awesome. Now Stomp 442. Stomp 442, I'm going to drop that on B tier, and the reason being is because I feel like it's an underrated album. I feel like they got screwed a lot because the album wasn't promoted. King Size is amazing. Riding Shotgun's awesome. Random Acts of Senseless Violence. I feel like the album... Now, I get it. Anthrax was trying to be Pantera was what I kind of meant to say there. But I don't know. It's just an awesome album. I know they're kind of conflicted with where they wanted to be in their styles and kind of in between everything, but whatever. Volume 8, The Threat Is Real, I'm going to drop that at C tier. Now, the reason for that is I love songs on Volume 8 probably more than anything other than John Bush did, but I also feel like 50% of the album is just meh. The last time I listened to it, I remember thinking the first half of that album is just incredible, and the second half, it feels like they all just decided, okay, let's just get this over with. Killing Box is amazing. Inside Out's one of my all-time favorite Anthrax songs. We Have Come For You All. I'm also going to drop that on C tier. What Doesn't Die is an amazing song. Other songs on that, like Cadillac Rock Box, they're okay. Again, I feel like Anthrax is going through an identity crisis when they released that album, where they wanted to be one thing. They wanted to go back to thrash, but they also wanted to try and get some stuff on the radio, and I don't blame them at all, but what can you do? Worship Music, I'm going to drop at a solid B tier. It was a return to form for Anthrax. I feel like, it brought them back to where they should have been. They started doing thrash. They embraced the thrash again. They weren't trying to be like a radio band. They weren't trying to write like alt metal songs, and they just kind of really embraced it. For All Kings, I'm also going to drop that at a B tier. I'm sorry, but it makes me laugh because I remember Neil Turbin was talking about this, and I can't remember, the Monster at the End, I believe, is the song where Joey sings down and underwear, and he was like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's like singing about underwear or something like that. And ever since that's all I can picture is Joey just singing about underwear. Anyways, that's my ranking. You got S tier, you got Spreading the Disease Among the Living, then you have State of Euphoria, Persistence of Time, Sound of White Noise, then you have Stomp 442, Worship Music, and For All Kings. Down in C tier, you're going to have Volume 8, The Threat is Real, We Have Come For You All, and down on D tier, Fistful of Metal, with the famous album cover with the guy with, I think it's 2 right hands, 2 left hands, whatever. Anyways, that's my ranking. I'm Rex from the Heavy Metal Hangover, and thanks for watching, and I'll be back hopefully soon with Duff to continue on the show. Until then, we'll see ya.